Most business owners are out here grinding 80 hours a week trying to scale, and they are doing it completely backwards. They are focused on all the wrong shit, and in this video I'm going to break down the only 2 ways to actually scale a business, and if you implement even one of these correctly, you are going to see more growth in the next 90 days than you have seen in the last year. And I'm being dead serious about that. And look, I'm drawing this from working with dozens of businesses, scaling my own operation, and watching people make the same mistakes over and over again because they are following advice from people who have never actually scaled a business past 50k a month. So with that being said, let's dive in. Here's the reality nobody wants to talk about. There are literally only 2 ways to grow a business. That's it, 2. You either get more customers or you make your existing customers worth more. That's the entire game. Everything else is just noise. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people are doing both of these completely wrong. Let me start with getting more clients because this is where I see the most fuck-ups happening. Now, when I say get more customers, I don't mean just throwing seed at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm talking about finding the right customers because here is what nobody tells you. Not all customers are created equal. Some customers will pay you 10 times more, stay 5 times longer, and cause 0 headaches. Others will nickel and dime you, churn in 30 days and waste all your time. So here's the 4-step process to finding your best customers, and I'm going to be very specific about this because if you skip any of these steps, you are going to be leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. Step 1. Survey your existing customers. And I don't mean send out some bullshit Google form that nobody fills out. You need to actually get this information, set up a form, or even better, get on calls with them. Ask them everything. Demographics. Who the fuck are they? Age, location, business structure, all of it. Business stars. What are their revenue before they worked with you? What is it now? How many employees? What's their churn? Their pricing? Get granular. Then ask about aspirations. What problem were they trying to solve when they bought from you? And this is critical. Ask about their buying process. What made them actually pull the trigger and buy? Was there a specific piece of content, a testimonial? How long did it take from when they first heard about you to when they bought? Where did they first find you? Step 2. Find your biggest spenders. Once you have all these responses, sort them. Who spent the most? Who stayed the longest? Who do you actually like working with? Focus on the top 20%. The rest, ignore them. They are noise. Step 3. Find the patterns. This is where you actually have to use your brain. I know thinking is hard, but here's the good news. Your competitors won't do this, which gives you an easy advantage. You are looking for the fewest qualifiers that your best customers all have in common. Usually here's 3 to 5 things. Write them down. Step 4. Execute on it. And this is where most people drop the ball. You need to do 2 things. First, speak directly to your new avatar. Be upfront about your customer requirements in all your advertising. You will repel the bad customers and attract the good ones. And here's the hard part. Stop selling to anyone who doesn't meet your ideal customer requirements. Then double down on the channels these people come through. Second, reverse engineer the buying process. Look at what caused your best customers to buy and make that shit happen on purpose for every new prospect. And here is something critical that nobody talks about. You make more money because of who your customers are, not because of who you are. The profit you make comes from the premium you can charge. And the beauty of selling to better customers is you provide more value for the same work. You can charge more because of who they are, not because of what you are doing differently. Now let me talk about the actual mechanics of getting these customers in the door because this is where the rubber meets the road. Cold outreach is hands down the fastest way to get customers in 2026, but most people are doing it completely wrong. Here is what actually works. First, you need to figure out where your customers hang out. B2B, that's LinkedIn. Local services, Google Maps, figure it out. Second, pick your lead source. You can buy leads, scrape data, or manually hunt. All 3 work. If you have got budget, buying and scraping scale faster. If you are broke, manual hunting works fine too. A great method is to go into communities where your target customers hang out and actually engage. Talk to group owners, look for collaboration opportunities. Don't be scammy and weird, make it win-win for everyone. Third, match the platform to your business. Software sales, LinkedIn Navigator, local services, Google Maps and Yelp. Focus on one source first. Get good at it, then expand. Now here is the thing. Once you have your list of leads, the goal is to make your outreach not look automated even though it is. You want to add specific details that only a human would notice. For email, reference a recent LinkedIn post or their favorite sports team. For door-to-door, comment on their red door or nice lawn. For cold calling, mention something from their website. And here's the beautiful part, AI can automate most of this now. You can pull recent activity, company changes, social posts, and generate personalized opening lines at scale. Here's the simple formula that works everywhere. Specific observation plus relevant compliment plus transition to business. That's it. And then you do so much of it that you want to throw up and you keep doing it. Now before you reach out, you need to qualify your leads using BANT. Budget, authority, need and timing. Can they afford it? Do they have the ability to make the decision? Do they actually need this? And is now a good time? You can bundle these into your application or your SDR script. Check company size for revenue. Target decision makers, not assistants. Look for pain points in their content. Look for recent funding or job postings. And here's a pro tip that will save you thousands of dollars in wasted ad spend. Add friction to your application. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but when you ask people the biggest objections upfront and they agree to them, your sales efficiency goes through the roof. Your application volume might drop, but your sales will increase because you are only talking to qualified people. And by the way, if you want to know exactly how to book 100 plus meetings per month and scale to 6 figures and beyond, you need to understand what actually works in cold email right now. Deliverability issues, making lead list, copy quality, all of it. I've been doing this and generating 100 plus meetings for myself and my clients every single month. So if you are already doing 10k plus per month and you want to scale to several hundred grands per month and more, book a meeting with me to talk about cold outreach through cold email. Link is in the description below. Alright, moving into part 2, making your customers worth more. This is where the real money is made, and it's the part that most business owners completely ignore because they are so focused on getting new customers. But here's the reality, it's way easier and way more profitable to make your existing customers worth more than it is to get new ones. So how do you do this? There is a concept I want to introduce you to called high friction lead magnets and strategic offer structuring. Most people think you want to make it as easy as possible for someone to buy, and in some cases that's true. But when you are selling high-ticket services or programs where the customer needs to do work to get results, you actually want high friction. You want a barrier to entry. Because the higher the barrier to entry, the higher the barrier to exit. Let me give you a real example of this. I know a guy who runs a multi-million-dollar online coaching business. He charges $5,000 to start and only $267 per month after that. His average client stays for more than 2 years. Compare that to the average client who stays 4 months. That large upfront fee gets the client invested in the process and makes living almost insane. And if they leave and want to come back, they pay it again. This keeps people committed, especially when they have to do part of the work to achieve the result. Now here is how you structure this for a business. You use what I call the discount plus fee model. You charge a discounted rate for your first term or period of service. Then you charge one or more additional fees. You can call it a setup fee, an onboarding fee, an activation fee, whatever. The name doesn't matter. What matters is you have created a way to liquidate your acquisition cost upfront while still getting recurring revenue. Here's an example. Let's say you are selling a $1,000 per month service. Your offer is 95% off your first month, only $50. Sounds great, right? But then you have a $1,950 setup fee. All in all, they pay $2,000 their first month and then go straight into recurring at $1,000 per month. From a monetization perspective, they just paid you $2,000 upfront and will pay $1,000 every month after. Let's say you are selling a 12-week program for $3,000. You say it costs $1,000 per month for 3 months, but you get 88% off your first month, only $120, plus there is a $1,000 setup fee. They pay $1,120 their first month, then $1,000 the next 2 months. Total paid $3,120 instead of $3,000. And you got more cash upfront. The beauty of this model is it's incredibly flexible. You can use it in almost any business. The big discount attracts interest. The fees offset your acquisition cost. It works with recurring or defined end programs. And most importantly, the larger the one-time fee upfront, the higher the stick rate. Now here is how you create your fees. 1. Pick your fee name. Setup fee, onboarding fee, activation fee, implementation fee. Pick one that makes sense for a business. 2. Pick your fee price. This should be significant enough to get people invested but not so high it kills conversions. Test it. 3. Pick your reason why. Even though the fee is made of, you need to be clear about what it's for. This covers your custom onboarding, or this is for the initial setup and integration. Make it sound legitimate. 4. Start charging it, discounting it, or waiving it. You can use this strategically. Charge it to serious buyers, wave it to close someone on the fence. Give it to your sales team as a lever. And here is something most people don't think about. These fees aren't just about making more money upfront. They are about getting clients invested in the outcome. When people pay, they pay attention. If you need someone to do something to be successful, give you information, fill out forms, show up at certain times, change behavior, then it makes sense to charge a fee to get them invested. Look, at the end of the day, scaling a business isn't complicated. You either get more of the right customers or you make your existing customers worth more. That's it. Everything else is just tactics within those two strategies. But most people overcomplicate it. Or they focus on the wrong seat, or they just never execute because they are waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting, pick one of these strategies, implement it this week, not next month, this week. Survey your customers, build your ideal avatar, start cold outreach, restructure your offers with fees, do something. And if you want to skip all the trial and error and just get a proven system for scaling your business to 6 figures a month and beyond through cold outreach and actually booking meetings that turn into paying clients, click the link in the description and book a call with me. And make sure to watch my this video where I have break down how I generate 10 plus meetings for my clients in 2026 using cold email. The deliverability game has changed, and if you are not doing it right, you are burning money. Alright, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.